Welcome students of Thakur Vidya Mandir High School and Junior College. Human Health and Disease Chapter 10 Part 6. In today's lecture, we will be studying about some more types of common disease. In today's lecture, we will be studying about pneumonia, common cold, and ringworm. So let us start with pneumonia. Pneumonia is the very severe kind of disease which severely affects the lungs. So just let us study about it. Pneumonia. Pneumonia is an inflammatory condition of lungs or alveoli of lungs. So it is inflammatory, which causes inflammation in the lungs or alveoli. Alveoli is the place where exchange of gases takes place in the lungs. So there it causes inflammation. It is caused by a variety of pathogens which may be viruses like influenza, adenovirus, parainfluenza, and respiratory syncytial virus, that is RSV, or bacteria like streptococcus pneumoniae, or fungal pathogens, example pneumocystis zeroveci and pneumocystis carinii. So this is the only disease I think which is caused by viruses, bacteria, and fungus. Pneumonia can also be caused by chemical burns or physical injury to lungs. So pneumonia, it causes the condition of inflammation in your lungs, which is also a viral disease, a bacterial disease, and sometimes it may be because of fungal infection as well. So I just want you all to remember the causative agent of pneumonia, which may be viruses like influenza virus, adenovirus, parainfluenza, and respiratory syncytial virus, or bacteria like streptococcus pneumoniae, and fungal pathogens like pneumocystis zeroveci and pneumocystis carinii. Signs and symptoms of pneumonia: cough, which produces yellow or greenish sputum or phlegm, high fever, shortness of breath, chest pain during deep breath or coughing, loss of appetite, fatigue, headaches, vomiting, joint pains, and muscle aches. Actually, pneumonia is one kind of viral infection. So, this shows all the viral infection symptoms. As you can see, high fever, shortness of breath, chest pain, loss of appetite, headache, vomiting, joint pains, muscle aches. So, all these are the symptoms of a viral infection. So, these are the symptoms of pneumonia. Mode of transmission of pneumonia. Pneumonia mostly spreads by direct person to person contact. So, here what we have to maintain is distancing. So, if someone is suffering from pneumonia, you have to maintain certain distance from that person, because it can also spread via droplets which are released by infected person or even by using shared clothes or utensils. So distancing is very important. Diagnosis and treatment of pneumonia. Course of treatment, it depends upon the pathogen leading to the disease, whether the pathogen is a virus or a bacteria or a fungus. So for bacterial pneumonia, antibiotics like benzyl penicillin, ampicillin, and chloramphenicol are effective. Prevention and control of pneumonia. For that, the foremost and the important step is vaccination. So vaccination is important. Prevention in both children and adults. Vaccines against Haemophilus influenzae and Streptococcus pneumoniae in first year of life help greatly to reduce the chances of causing pneumonia. So Vaccination is very, very important. Now, let us study about the most common disease, that is the common cold. Common cold, it is a viral infectious disease of upper respiratory region. It is also known as nasopharyngitis, acute viral rhinopharyngitis, acute coryza, or a cold. It is caused by group of viruses known as rhinoviruses and coronaviruses. So the causative agent of common cold are the group of viruses which belongs to the family of rhinoviruses and coronaviruses. Signs and symptoms of common cold. If you are suffering from common cold, you may observe the following symptoms: cough, sore throat, running nose, and fever, nasal congestion, sneezing, conjunctivitis, that is the redness of the eyes, muscle rashes, fatigue, headache, shivering, and loss of appetite, means you won't feel like eating. So, signs and symptoms of common cold are cough, sore throat, running nose and fever, nasal congestion, sneezing, conjunctivitis, muscle rashes, fatigue, headache, shivering, and loss of appetite. Prevention and control from common cold. Staying away from person suffering from common cold, that is to maintain distance. Washing hands with soap and water. Use of handkerchief to cover the nose and mouth during coughing and sneezing. Alcohol based hand sanitizer can also be used. So, in today's life, we all are practicing this prevention methods, that is, we all are staying away from the person suffering from common cold. We are washing our hands with soap, hand wash. We are using mask. Here, use of handkerchief to cover the nose and mouth during coughing and sneezing. We are using a sanitizer, alcohol based hand sanitizer, which kills the viruses present on the surface of our hands. Next disease which we will be studying is ringworm. Ringworm, it is also known as dermatophytosis. It is a fungal skin infection. So it is a fungal infection of skin. It is caused by many fungal species which belong to the genera Trichophyton and Microsporum. This fungi feed on keratin in skin, hairs, and nails. So here, ringworm, it is a kind of fungal infection, and there are many fungal species which belong to the genera Trichophyton and Microsporum. They actually infect our skin, and they feed on the keratin protein which is present in skin, on hair, and our nails. Signs and symptoms of ringworm. Infected skin shows enlarged red ring caused due to ringworm. So, if you are affected by this fungal infection, you will observe a red circular patch on your body. It may be dry, scaly, and lesions on various parts. And these red patches, they cause intense itching. Infection to nails is termed as onychomycosis, in which nails become thick, discolored, and disfigured. Athlete's foot is a fungal infection that usually begins between the toes. So this fungus, it affects the various part of your body where this keratin protein is present. It may be either at the part of your nail, hair, or skin. So it actually affects and it causes itching, inflammation, and it actually damages the skin in that part. Mode of transmission of ringworm. Ringworm spreads by sharing of clothes, comb of infected person, etc. Close contact with infected person is another mode of infection. Diagnosis and treatment. Diagnosis is done by physical examination. Like if you observe a red patch on the skin which is causing inflammation or intense itching, that is the sign and symptom of ringworm. So by that physical examination we can come to know that whether a person is like infected with that fungus. And treatment can be done by using drugs like nystatin, fluconazole, itraconazole, etc. Prevention and control from ringworm. Avoid close contact, sharing of clothes or sport equipments. So no sharing and no close contact. Washing clothes in hot water with fungicidal soap which help to destroy fungal pathogen. So students, I hope you all must have understood the concept, signs and symptoms, mode of transmission, prevention and control, diagnosis and treatment of pneumonia, common cold and ringworm. I hope you all must have understood. I want you all to just go through the topics in your textbook and do the assignment. Thank you.